Some continue to the prison house. Few can escape the prison house. What prison house? This is the book of Remembrance of Moses, the tablet of Gabriel, the book of the law. And this is page 15, chapter 1. An introduction from the Messiah to the book of the law. In our first session with the Urim for this volume, I didn't have any idea of how to proceed. What we received turned out to be the Messiah's introduction to the book of the law, an account of how evil was formed, flowing out of the first station of heaven. Evil was formed, flowing out of the first station of heaven, downward toward the prison house, Sin Sheol in the bottomless pit, Shechat. Verse 32. And those who turn to the left, away from the shadows, the second time, to find more darkness, are not able to hear the marvelous voices, are not able to hear the marvelous voices emanating from the east, speaking of the Father's sweet reproval, calling out to them to know how much he loves them. Verse 33, they cannot hear the voices. They cannot hear the voices which are calling out to them to really know how they in Anak seed are doing as a father and a child, walking the way together. And thus, they are not able to take his hand. They are not able to take his hand in the midst of their fears. Verse 34. And those who are determined to safeguard their secrets, who turn to the left the second time, go down the little incline into what is called the prison house. And it is called the prison house because it is so hard to leave it to find one's way back into the shadows. And Kokabir presides over the prison house with his corrupt light. With his corrupt light. Their light is black. Their light is dark. It don't have a spark. It's a corrupt light. And he is the fourth inscribed after Semyaza. And Kokabir is the prince of the God of forces, who is their mighty God, small g. And not a God of loving kindness, cast them out. Not a God of loving kindness, murmur and mock them and complain. Not a God of loving kindness, always complaining, disrespect everybody. Love has went out the window. The love of many is waxing cold. Not a God of loving kindness. And Kokabir considers that the darkness there belongs to him. Are you in error with Aaron in the darkness of the demons? And he lays claim to all who come into his darkness, to be drawn to it. Verse 35, and now he has them in his darkness. And he allows all those who live in this realm to have what they see. Gain the world and lose your soul. Have what you see. Have it your way. Lean on your own understanding. To have what they see, they are to be distorted by his strange glowing light. And he rules with fear. And his light prevents any knowledge of the truth. Of Anoki said, Anaka seed. And his light prevents any knowledge of the truth of the Father, because those there use stargazing, necromancy, and magic that comes from his filthy light. Verse 36, and he is the father of false prophets. And he is the father of false prophets, Kokabir. And he likes to train soldiers. You're training your soldiers to prey upon their enemies in the darkness of the night. And he chooses for his companions those who are cunning and deceptive in the darkness. Shalom, darkness, no peace be to you. And it was his holy voice. And it was his voice, Salaki, not holy voice. It was his voice that called out to those in the shadows to come hither. And he is the master of secrets. And I wept before the Urim and said, I am so sorry for you, Messiah. And I could know what this evil meant to him because he was still at my side. Verse 38, and the Messiah pointed for me to look further. And I saw that many here with Kokabir came into the first station being immediately angry and filled with rage that they had been brought into the light of love. Immediately angry and filled with rage that they had been brought into the light of love. And these turned immediately to the left. And these turned immediately to the left. And passed from the shadows to the left again to enter into the realm of Kokabir. And they had no second thoughts about being there. And they felt at home in his light. They felt at home in his false light. And their decision for it was determined and consciously made. And it came to pass that I saw those who came timidly into the prison house can only escape if they are willing to have their secrets known. Can only escape if they are willing to have their secrets known and are willing to account for them. Are you willing to account for your secrets, for your wrongdoings? And the sweet spirit of Anaka seed will come and rescue them and be gentle with them on their way back into the first station. Gentle with them. Cuss them out. Hate them. Throw them under the bus. Gentle with them on their way back to the first station. Ye shall not cast them out. 3 Nephi 18:30. Gentle with them. You shall pray for them. Minister unto them. Because you don't know what day they going to repent and turn and do what you saying that you feel they should do and what the Most High want them to do. Gentle with them on their way back to the first station, but few there be that find it. Few there be that find their way back to the Father.